My names are Andrew Nyabuto, George Nyabuto. I'm a resident of Nakuru town, and I'm a political consultant, a political commentator, a political analyst based here in Nakuru. And today I'm going to give an history of Papa Raila Odinga, how he survives, how he's strategic in his political maneuvers, in his political engagement, since the time of His Excellency the late Daniel Toroti Arap Moi up to now present. So I'm going to say that Raila Odinga, in politics, is to be strategic, and to be smart and strategic. So I think it's always smart and strategic. It is the time, it is the political landscape, it is the political history, the political environment. So that now, that's how he survived. Like during the time of Kibaki, of Moi, that's the NDP, he entered in a cooperation. First they started with a cooperation, then they become to a merger. They merged, KANU merged with the NDP, and they said that the Jogo, the rose was swallowed by the tractor was swallowed by the Jogo. But you know, if you saw the Jogo swallows the tractor, it will create in the stomach, it will create problems. Like later on, Papa, the partner, he was given the Minister of Energy, and later on, he came in 2007. He stood for presidency, and he came number 2 after Kibaki. After Kibaki, then they formed also. They had an handshake. Not even an handshake, but that's the time when they signed the cooperation. They signed the MOU with PNU and the ODM, and they formed the coalition government, which for me is the best government has ever existed since independence. Because you know, during 2007 and 2013, there was tremendous, enormous development which occurred in the Republic of Kenya. Why? Because you know we had 2 functions, rival functions which came together, and they were checking each other. Because you see, the minister was from ODM, the assistant minister was from PNU. If the PS was from, if the minister was from PNU, the assistant minister comes from ODM. So that was a government of checks and balances. They did a lot of work when Baba was a prime minister, and we can see a lot of development, infrastructure development during 2007 to 2013. You know what we are witnessing now is a blueprint which was signed, which was put in. You know, Anyang was the Minister of Planning and Vision 2030, and you know there's people like Anyang Yong, and who was for planning. Professor Ndi was there, and also Professor Telayan, who were during the time of Kibaki, and they developed the blueprint for Vision 2030, and also they put what we call the Economic Council, and also wealth creation, and so many companies were revived. And I remember during the time of KANU, during the time of Kibaki and the former Prime Minister Raila Odinga, they developed a blueprint. So that's why Kenya now was very stable. And you remember, even following, our budget was financed locally 90%. We are only borrowing 95%. We are borrowing only 5% from outside. So I remember that during the coalition government, that was the best government. That was a government which did a lot of development, which did a lot of planning, and which did a lot of investment, and also many investors came from the side to invest in Kenya. So I think Baba, as we have said, how he survived in all governments, is because he's strategic and he's smart. And he has been in this game. He has been in politics for many years. He has interacted internationally, regionally, and even locally. So he knows when to touch which button. He knows when to act and when not to act. He knows where to touch, and he knows the right people to work with. So it's Africanist. He's a Pan-Africanist. So he has been, he was born with the Jaramogi Oginga Odinga, the family of the first vice president. In very tender age, he was able to run the political tricks, the political maneuvers, and the political scheming. And politics is about strategy, planning, mobilization, and networking. So Iran is taught in a tender age. So he's a seasoned political animal. We can call him like that. So he knows how to survive. He knows how to be strategic, and he knows when to move and when to retreat. During the time of Uhuru, that's after the contested elections to 2017. Papa sad with Uhuru, and there was an handshake. That's on 9th of March. Was it March 9th, 2018? They formed the PPI, Building Bridges Initiative, which later on came and the PPI. The history of the PPI, how it went. There were 9-point agenda. There was inclusivity. There was a fight. There was corruption. There was fundamental human rights. There was a 9-point agenda. And I remember what happened in Kenya since independence. That was a great moment. The 4 things happened. Kenya getting independence in 1963. And the second, the repealing of Section 2A, that's in 1992. And the third one, the proclamation of the new constitution, that's 27. Was it on 7 of August 2010? The 2010 constitution has 27 of August 2010, and the last is the PPI, which came in March 9th, 2018. Those are the 4 items which have come since independence, which have been very momentous according to the history of Kenya, the political history of Kenya. So, Baba, you have asked me how he survives, and you are talking about chaos. Politics, siasa sio kanisa. You cannot go to a political field, to a political gathering, to a political campaign, and waambie watu bwana asifiwe. Politics is an act of war. It's like war. Politics is about scheming. It's about interest. What brings people together in politics is about interest. And the more the interest you have together, the more you come together. In politics, there's no permanent friend and enemy. Because what brings people together in politics is permanent. There is permanent interest, but there is no permanent enmity. So in politics, if your interest, if my interest and your interest converge in a way, then what do? We come together and solve that problem and solve that issue and come together for the benefit of the nation, for the benefit of the people, and for the benefit of the society. What is the purpose of the nation? What the purpose of leadership? Leadership is to bring people together, is to struggle for the common good. Of course, to individual good, to private good, and we have the common good. The common good is the good for all people. It's the good which unites the people. It's the good how you see how people will benefit. The common good of Nakuru people of Kenya is good roads, is good health, is good schools, is good education. It's good fundamental human rights, fundamental economic, social, political, moral, cultural rights. It's how you observe the observance of the cultural, of the economic, political, and the social rights. So in Kenya, once we see that our interest and my interest and your interest all will come together as a nation. There is a time when now you put our differences aside as a nation, because what unifies us, the unification factor, the unifying factor, is that we struggle, both of us, for the common good. Each party during elections, you have a manifesto. You promise people what you will do after winning elections. But if you don't win, you can come together and share your manifesto, then we can bring the country together, because unity is paramount. Wanasema the greatest gift in the world is peace and order. So peace and order is the greatest peace. Like now, Plato said, amicus Plato sed magis amici veritas. That Plato is my friend, but the truth is even more vibrant than Plato. So the truth is more important. The truth is more my friend, because talking the truth, the Bible says, talk the truth and the truth will set you free. So in this sort of maneuvers, in this sort of engagement, Baba survives because he knows to read the signs of the time, and he changes. Politics changes with time, with the circumstances, because politics is not static, it's not permanent. It changes with circumstances, with the change the political landscape changes after every 5 years, changes after every minute, because politics is like wind. Wind changes. Wind can blow to the right, can blow to the east, can blow to the south and to the west.